Madam Chairperson, we shall now invite Ms. Ho Tia and Angelene from the Diploma in Art Education Program to deliver her valedictory speech. Angelene, please.
Ms. Chan Lai Fang, Permanent Secretary, Education, Ministry of Education and Chairperson, NIE Council. Mr. Lai Cheng Han, Second Permanent Secretary, Education, Ministry of Education. Professor Tan Un Seng, Director, NIE. Distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Angelene Ho, a graduate from the Diploma in Arts Education program. On behalf of the Diploma and PGDE primary cohort, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time off to attend this graduation ceremony. I'm honored to be standing here before you today to deliver my valedictorian speech. Today, we gather to commemorate the culmination of our year at NIE, to celebrate our success in becoming full-fledged teachers. I've always believed that achieving success is not a miracle. It is a process of learning, growth, and self-improvement. Looking back, there was a semester that we had 11 modules to clear. It was a challenging period, staying back in school almost every day to complete the assignments. I believe the PGDE student teachers went through the same challenge too. I recall how we always had to visit a popular bookstore to get snacks, to have it during late evening group discussions, so as to keep our focus. It was a pretty bad habit, but we were mega supporters of the popular bookstore. My fellow art teachers, I'm referring to you. And also, how my class tried working out a deal with our lecturers to defer some quizzes so we could have more time to prepare. And their reply would often be, okay, but your practicum next semester is the real deal. It sounded scary at that point in time, yes. But still, they were all very sympathetic of the stress we were facing, and we managed to work things out. I also remember having to juggle many group projects at a time. This tight academic schedule really taught me how to multitask, as well as how to manage my time wisely. It was a humbling reminder of the requirements needed to become teachers. Indeed, practicum was the real deal. Learning has its challenges, but real-life application is on a whole other level. I remember having to multitask, brainstorming about the next lesson while planning for my current one, and having lunch at odd hours. Time never seems to be on my side. However, I was blessed with a supportive department and a very sweet cooperating teacher who encouraged and guided me throughout my time in practicum. I would like to share with you one of my biggest takeaways from my time in NIE. Apart from the pedagogies learned, my biggest takeaway was the friendships forged. I was in a small class of 6 throughout my 3 years in NAFA. Therefore, I was very comfortable working in small groups. It was a struggle initially to work with bigger groups of people, but I was thankful to have gone through the Meranti and Gassel project, where I got to know my class TG01 better. I remember how after Meranti sharing, the entire class was in tears. The Gassel project was the only project we got to work together as a class, and I'm deeply heartened to have supportive classmates who were always there for one another. It was wonderful how we all took up our roles diligently despite the struggles and stress we faced. This, to me, was one of the most important attributes of an educator, to have the common end in mind. It is indeed important to have a strong support system, be it for ourselves or for our students. As being a teacher is not just an occupation. A teacher is a source of support for students to grow as independent individuals. During my secondary school days, I was inspired by my teacher to pursue my passion in arts, despite the cliché mindsets of many around me who believed that art will not provide me with a bright future. The faith my teacher had in me gave me the strength to reach where I am today. I believe that as educators, we are empowered with the ability to identify and unleash our students' fullest potential. In order to do so, we must be willing to give even on tough days. Teaching can be tiring. There will be times when students will challenge you, times when students refuse to cooperate, and times when you feel like all your efforts are in vain. But hear me out. The students know when you genuinely care about them. It takes time for them to accept you, and it takes time for your magic to make a difference in them. Have faith in them and don't give up. At the end of the day, students won't remember how color theory works, how the plant system works, or how a graph is constructed. But they will remember how we made them feel about themselves. The impact we've made on them will certainly shape their character. In the midst of building our identity as educators, we should always take time to appreciate the people around us. My fellow graduates, we are gathered here today not just based on our own efforts, but also because of the strong support system we are blessed with throughout our journey here in NIE. At this juncture, may I invite the graduates to please rise. Look to our parents and loved ones and join me first in thanking them for being the source of comfort and strength through our highs and lows. Secondly, to our teachers who have taught us and our lovely lecturers in NIE, thank you for taking up the commendable task of being teachers to aspiring teachers, for pushing us to be the best that we can be. Thank you. Please take a seat. We need to understand that we are here today because of a lot of help given. And once we understand that, we would, in turn, be inspired to help others. My fellow colleagues, let every day serve as a lesson. Always reflect on our failures, successes, and challenges. And with that, I wish you all the best in your teaching career. Thank you.